And welcome back to Viewpoint. I'm Doug Petcash. Expedition Inspiration. That's the name of a Boise-based nonprofit focused on the fight against breast cancer. And those two words are perfect for it, expedition and inspiration. Here's why. At the end of July, a team of 9 breast cancer survivors from Idaho went on a challenging expedition. They climbed the iconic Grand Teton Mountain in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. So they are truly an inspiration. They had the help of professional guides, but they had been training for months to make this tough climb. It's a fundraiser. The climb team has brought in nearly $20,000 this year for breast cancer research. It's also not the first mountain climb for the Expedition Inspiration crew, and it won't be the last as well. Joining me now to talk about the climb and the cause are breast cancer survivor and mountain climber Diane Hughes and Expedition Inspiration Executive Director and mountain climber Haley Malapai. So thank you ladies both for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so Diane, first of all with you, how was that experience getting up to the top of Grand Teton?
It was life-changing. For the mountain climb itself and for the camaraderie, the new friends I made, was life-changing.
You're smiling big.
Yes. It was huge. Over months, I mean, we started putting together the team back in January, and you know, some people had to drop out, new people joined. It was this evolving thing for months, and we went on a lot of weekend hikes together, and it was hard to believe that it was going to result in the summit of such a huge mountain.
And Haley, for you, what did it mean to be able to climb this mountain with these breast cancer survivors and you know, be part of that that success? That
You know, it's such an honor to be in the role that I am, because not only do I get to, you know, as Diane said, be part of the team, but you know, you're facilitating a really magical growth within somebody. You know, the psychosocial, the emotional, the physical. There's so many wonderful benefits of climbing and being in the mountains. So, you know, I get to reap those benefits as well, just being part of the team and participating. So, yeah, it's an honor to be part of the group.
do you find it to be inspirational
Without
to
a
be
doubt.
with them?
Yeah, without a
thinking
doubt.
of the physical challenge that they'd already overcome health-wise, and then to do this.
It's contagious. I mean, the joy, the joys, the tears, all of it. It very much becomes a sisterhood, and I'm honored that I'm kind of a de facto sister. Yeah, yeah. It's
So
wonderful.
what is the purpose of the climbs?
Yeah, so the purpose of what we do basically is, you know, we have these survivorship programs that fund really powerful pioneering research. So we host a medical symposium in Sun Valley that will be next March 4th through the 8th. And we have researchers come from all over the United States, and they collaborate on unpublished research. So it's research that is currently happening behind the scenes, which is really unique. Most research conferences are all published. So the point of the conference is to collaborate and to provide insight and offer ideas that, you know, the folks perhaps hadn't thought of. So that's really powerful.
Bring experts together to...
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah. So the other arm of that is an open forum that the community can come and hear from these panel of experts and ask questions, and that is incredibly unique to have.
And that's coming up in March, you said, right?
Next March. Yeah.
So Diane, as a survivor, what does the challenge of climbing mountains represent to you?
After my treatments, I had this feeling of being different than I was before. And I thought, how am I ever going to get back to the runner that I was? And it's difficult, and I didn't foresee that emotional struggle until it happened. And then a year and a half ago, went to an Expedition Inspiration fundraiser, and they kept talking about Mount Bora, and I thought, wow, could I do that? Maybe I could. And I signed up and met Haley, and that too was life-changing. I had never done anything like that before. And it just empowered me to think, I can move forward after this huge life-altering event.
And you did climb Mount Bora as well as Grand Teton, so we can talk about that now. How much different was, you did as well, right?
Yeah.
And you both summited, I believe. How different was Mount Bora from Grand Teton, Diane?
Mount Bora, we had a team of 20, and there were only 2 breast cancer survivors on the team. Everybody on the team had experience and knew people, and that was also, I mean, my first experience with, meeting perfect strangers, and then 10 hours later, feeling like we were all friends. And I said to the board this year, I know a lot of young breast cancer survivors who might be really interested in this and might need this to help them move forward in their recovery. And everybody was open to that idea, and so I recruited 8 of my friends, and we did it.
Went.
And up we went.
What did it look like up there? Grand Teton.
It was amazing. It's so much snow, for being the end of July, and just beautiful. And to leave everything behind and have no cell phone service and no husbands and children and families, and just to focus on one single goal for 2 days was special.
Did you have a chance to think, as high as you were, but as how far that you've come since 2015?
Yes, and I realized just this morning that Sunday is my 4-year anniversary from my diagnosis.
That's awesome. And
a lot of ups and downs over those 4 years, but I'm feeling great, and I'm so proud of this team and what Expedition Inspiration has done.
Boy, talk about one of the ups most recently, huh?
13,775.
to be exact.
You'll never forget that, I'm sure. So you talked about how the money raised is used with the symposium. How can people get involved if they want to, whether it's keeping their butt in a chair and helping the cause, or maybe climbing a mountain?
Well, so we're looking to do more casual climbs, less peaks, and just more hikes around the valley. So those will be posted. We'll share those dates coming up. We also will be climbing Mount Rainier next July.
We'll talk more about that in the next segment too.
So we have other events coming up, but there's lots of ways that folks can join our team.
And Diane, again, you've mentioned it a couple times that it's been life-changing. Can you explain that a little bit more? Is it more like about an attitude that you have, or confidence?
I think it's an attitude and just the camaraderie and the empathy that I have found in other survivors. My family is incredibly supportive, but only another survivor really can have the empathy for what I've been through. And so I found that fills that hole, and we had nothing but empathy and camaraderie for months, and I think without that, it wouldn't have been such a success.
And did you help each other up the hill?
We definitely did. There were
call it a hill.
There were times when everybody, wanted to turn around. We were tired. The first day was 6 to 8 hours of hiking, and then the second day we started at 3 a.m. and some of us did not finish until 7 p.m. So long days,
Sharing
reminding
Snickers, handing out food, giving little encouragement.
reminding each other that we could do it. Yeah.
Well, stay here, ladies. I want to talk about in the next segment, still ahead, what Expedition Inspiration will be doing next for the climb. Stay tuned.